What's up, guys? KWL here. If you're watching this, this might not be the start of the video. It might be. I don't know yet. I'm just kind of doing a work in progress right now. As you can see, this is a MJF on an Elite body. I'm going to tell the full story. I did kind of go over it on my Instagram, but it's on a story, so you're probably not going to see this when it gets uploaded to... You're not going to see the story when it gets uploaded to YouTube. But this figure is a true Frankenstein effort, in my opinion, because, this took me a while. So I ordered two MJFs off of Ringside Collectibles. They were both like $6 each. They were like super cheap. I think this one specifically, this one, the Elite or Unmatched 6 or Unrivaled 6, cost like not $2. That was the Jack Swagger. Probably like $4, I want to say. And I don't have an MJF. I got this one, and then I got, I'll get it here in a second. I don't want to spoil anything down the arena. But yeah, I got this Ray Phoenix right there too. And here you can see, I actually haven't compared these two yet. So I'm going to see how much of a height difference it is. It's a little bit different. But I do think this MJF right here does look a little stumpy, in my opinion. And I'm not a big fan of this head sculpt. I did swap the heads. So what originally was on that was this head sculpt, because I thought it looked better at the time. Now it just kind of looks weird and like saturated. I like this one. I'd like it if this skin tone and this like face swapped. So he would have like... It's hard to explain, but so I'm going to go through what I did to make this figure right here. Let me get closer up. So first off, this is a Triple H body from his, one of his Legends figures, the one with the long pants and the green kind of like triangle design. You can still kind of see it under there. A lot of you may know from my... probably not my, you may know, but from my custom Claudio Castagnoli video, I got Triple H's legs that were on this figure, and I put them on that Claudio, and I switched those Claudio legs from his most recent Elite before he left WWE onto this figure, and they are right, oh shoot, they are, what the heck, that was weird, they are right here on this now Bobby Roode, because I would have used these legs because MJF's legs are pretty big for his, I guess, torso size, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain. But I was going to originally use these legs, but unfortunately I couldn't get these knee pads to get on there, because originally those huge knee pads, I couldn't even get them off this figure. I had to cut them, which I normally don't do, but I have so many extra of these because I just hate them. I swap them every time. But yeah, I couldn't get them off. And I couldn't get these on there once I got it off, so I just searched for a figure in trunks, and that's where this comes in. That had the bigger size legs that could fit, and these I believe are Daniel Bryan legs. But I was gonna switch these, but you can see he is on pinecone joints, and my heart dropped because this was left legless, and I really wanted it to work out. And that's when I went in my crowd and I found this old Bobby Roode NXT figure. And I just swapped those legs because for some reason this is on ball joints, even though this came out probably a year before this one, which I really don't like the pinecone joints in general. So, yeah. But now getting on to the arms. This is from this MJF figure. I wanted to put, because of course Triple H's arms are too big, like that's not MJF's arms right there. I mean, he's a pretty built guy, but not that big. So I wanted to swap these Seth Rollins double jointed arms, and they're relatively the same size as the MJF arms on the AEW figure. And then I thought, well, they're both double jointed, and to my surprise, they had the same peg, which is not what I did not expect that. But Frankenstein effort. We got AEW arms on this Mattel Elite figure. And another reason I didn't want to use these is because you got to paint the tattoo, and I do not like painting small details like that. And with the Burberry wrist tape. I didn't feel like painting that either. I'm better with like bigger designs, and I'm gonna try to go for like one of his simple designs for his trunks, because I don't know how I would be able to paint this without decals, because I don't really know how to do decals at all, because I don't know, I just don't have the stuff to do them. But now moving on, this head sculpt is from that figure right there. These knee pads are the Seth Rollins knee pads, and these are just some random black boots. Now, you're seeing this before it gets fully painted, so I'm honestly don't know what gear I'm gonna do, but I guess you'll see in a minute, because this is already painted once, and I was gonna make a WrestleMania 19, or is it 21? I think it's whichever one he faced Booker T. I was gonna do that gear, and then the design was too complex. So I'm just gonna see what gears MJF has, and I'll show you in the next clip, and I'll start painting. Also, I forgot to mention this MJF, compared to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, I looked this up, is 6'1" tall, and MJF is 5'11", from what it said. And they're about the same height, with MJF being a hair taller, I guess. Not the biggest deal. It's a 2-inch difference in real life. I think it's fine if they're the same height, as long as he's not taller than, like, Edge or, I don't know, someone else, like Seth. I guess Seth Rollins is only, like, 6'3", so it doesn't matter. But the height is relatively accurate. And now that I'm thinking about it, this torso could have also worked good, because it does match his AEW figure, but I kind of like this one better in terms of looks, and it offers the double jointed arm movement. So yeah, now I'm going to painting. All right, so it is the next morning. I'm not painting quite yet. I'm gonna wait until I try and figure out this, but this is the attire I went for. It's just all black. I feel like that's the easiest I could possibly do without it being like, without it looking bad. Like, his attire is pretty much all black except for the boots right here, that say MJF in sort of like a cream, orange, pumpkin, I guess, color. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what just happened. But yeah, it's all, what the heck is happening? I'm just trying to show y'all. All right, here we go. He's got white wrist tape, and these don't have white wrist tape. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do skin tone, because it's not the same size. You can see the wrist tape's a lot shorter, and ow, what the heck was that? So I'm gonna do skin tone for like half of this, and the other half's just gonna be plain white. And I swapped the hands from that MJF right there. So that way he would have the wrist tape already on his hand, so I didn't have to paint that. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do skin tone to match these arms. I think I'm just gonna do this Americana, and then maybe mix a little bit of red in. I was thinking for the boot color, I'm gonna be using these two right here and mix them, and then maybe add a little brown to add like a little, I don't know, where it's, whatever happens, happens. And then these are the black and white paints I'm going to be using. I want to try and convert all of my paint to Apple Barrel. I just think it's better. Americana is still all right, I guess, but I do prefer Apple Barrel. And it's also like 69 cents for one of these, and this has lasted me almost a year now. I don't customize that often, but so it gets the job done. I do prefer these, and I only have 4 colors in these. It's these two, and then red and purple. But yeah, so yeah, now I'm gonna start painting. And right before I start, sorry, I know I'm doing too many clips before I start painting, but these are the brushes I'm using. I'm doing one really big one really small one, and one kind of in the middle. So yeah. Okay, so I have this base coat of black on here. You saw the trunks were all black anyway, so it's still kind of, my dog's in here. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's still drying. I don't have masking tape, that's why there's like scotch tape right there. So yeah, and then knee pads were the polka dot Seth Rollins ones. I could have just acetoned it off, but I don't have any acetone right now. At least I don't think I do. But yeah, and then next up I'm gonna try and match the skin tone right here, and then try and like paint over this part, and then this half is gonna be all white. Okay, so I kind of got a good color. I mixed this white apple barrel, this Deco Art yellow, and this Deco Art brown. I don't usually like mixing different paint brands, but it did the job, so I don't care. I do need to go over it one more time. You can still kind of see the Burberry, and then I'm gonna paint the top kind of half, oh crap, white. So yeah. So I just finished spraying it with, wait, yeah, here you can see, this is the armbands. Looks all right. From afar, you can't tell, like, at all. And then here are the boots. I could have obviously done a lot better, but it gets the job done. I've sprayed it with acrylic sealer, and I have used this before on my custom Claudio Casanoli, and I think I sprayed a little too much, or I sprayed it a little too close to the figure. The figure is now like a little sticky on like the knee pads, because the knee pads is a different material than these, and I didn't tape it up, the parts I didn't do. It's a long story, but so I made sure to spray it from further away, especially since I didn't know how it worked with the AEW arms. But yeah, so I'm gonna put the head sculpt on, put the hands on, and then I'll show you the final product. All right, so this right here is the final product. This is probably my favorite custom I've ever made. Plain black. It would have been cool to paint some cool logos, but I'm not that good of a painter. That's about the best I could do right there on the boots. Yeah, I'm super excited to use this in the Fed. I don't normally use customs. That's a lie. Yes, I do. But yeah, I just think this turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. And it poses around good. I have been sort of doing that, posing it around. But yeah, if you guys want to copy this, it's in my Instagram. If you guys want to use this formula, it's in my Instagram, KWLYT, I believe, on Instagram. But yeah, so it should be in the highlights for customs, the most recent one as of if you're watching this until I make a new custom. But yeah, thank you for watching. Remember, follow me on Instagram, subscribe. I don't normally ask for subscribers. I think this is the first time ever, but yeah, peace.